many phenomenal facts that makes you kind of stand back and say, now, wait a minute, is this just particles randomly bumping into each other that created this? And it has no meaning beyond, its own randomness and emptiness. It just feels to me like there's something else.
It is hard to say how many times I have told the boat eye story. I had never set foot on the African continent when I moved to Kenya. My ex got a job in Nairobi and I followed. Again. Previously, I had followed from Sydney to Townsville, in Australia. Townsville to Montreal. Montreal to London. And now, London to Nairobi. My ex had arranged for us to stay in the guest house of a colleague when we arrived. Kelly, the colleague, was originally from America, like me. At breakfast that first morning in Africa, Madaraka Day, 2003, Kelly and I realized that we were both from Minneapolis. I thought that was a coincidence. A few weeks later, she was traveling home, and I sent along some gifts for her to deliver to my nieces and nephews at my brother's office. I said, you can drop them off, any time, day or night. He works at a funeral home, and there's always someone there. A week or so into Kelly's visit to Minneapolis, she told her father about her errand to the funeral chapel. He responded, are they over there on Lindale Avenue? When she confirmed the location, he told her about an event more than 40 years earlier. When he had arrived in Minneapolis to marry Kelly's mother, he stayed in a hotel across the street from the funeral home. He realized that his rented tuxedo was missing a bow tie, so he went over to the funeral home to borrow one. It must have been my grandfather, John J. Gill, who lent it to him, because he and my grandmother lived in the apartment above the mortuary at that time. The date of this event: December 28, 1960, the day before I was born.
And there's so many phenomenal facts that makes you kind of stand back and say, now, wait a minute, is this just particles randomly bumping into each other that created this? And it has no meaning beyond, its own randomness and emptiness. It just feels to me like there's something else.
It's a new life for me, yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm feeling